Business only feels hard when you try to build it from the wrong part of your mind. I'm guessing that you've been in business for a while. You're probably not a beginner. You know your craft maybe, but the income oscillates. Maybe your business performance is inconsistent. The motivation rises and then collapses. You keep trying to get yourself back on track. But the problem is not the discipline. It's not the strategy, and it's not that you're broken. It's because your survival brain has been running your business. And until you learn to switch systems, your business will always feel hard. So what will you learn from this video? By the end of this video, you will understand 1, why you keep oscillating or your business keeps stagnating in performance. 2, how your survival mind keeps hijacking your decisions and actions. And 3, the process that's required for you to shift from your survival brain to your thriving brain. Now, what are the 4 steps that I'll be teaching you in being able to switch systems? Number 1, it's awareness. Number 2, it's neutralization. And number 3 is refocus. And number 4 is actions and decisions from your creativity. Now, the survival brain. This part of your mind has evolved to protect you from physical danger. But today, in this world, it reacts to psychological danger, even when the threat is only imagined. The danger doesn't need to be real. It only needs to be perceived. For some people, that danger looks like failure, being seen, being judged, maybe losing progress, disappointing people. So the survival brain builds defensively because it has to avoid losing. You cannot build a thriving business from a mind that is only trying to remain safe. Now to the thriving brain, the throne of possibility, the part of your mind that scans for opportunity as opposed to threat. When your attention is here, your thinking is clear, your creativity is natural, your decisions are transparent, and your actions are aligned. This is where you build your vision as opposed to protection. Your thriving brain asks, what is the possibility on offer? So recently I had a client called Kun. He runs a successful business, an online business. But the problem was that his income kept oscillating, performance up and down. When we looked a little bit deeper into his survival brain, we discovered that his survival brain was protecting him from losing that success that he'd built. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the freedom. But once we neutralized the fear of losing this freedom, his thriving brain came back online. His income stabilized. Growth became natural. Profit and peace at the same time. Every entrepreneur has 2 goals, opposing goals, whether you realize it or not. There is the one goal to achieve the business growth. And second, there is a survival goal, an unconscious goal that's trying to protect you and your business. And usually, the survival goal usually wins unless you gain awareness of its agenda. So recently I worked with a client called Tryon. He runs a very successful online company with a team of 20. Whenever the political climate shifted, his nervous system would go into fight or flight. And that was primarily because his business was dependent on the political landscape, or that's what he thought. His unconscious agenda was very simple: to avoid failing and therefore to remain in control. But once we neutralized the urgency around control and his fear of failure, we shifted his focus back to the vision. He made amazing decisions. He stepped down as the CEO as he felt he was a bottleneck, and therefore they started creating products that transcended this oscillation in the market. And he started to lead the company and create a successful organization that had eluded him in the recent past. Now, to be able to shift mental systems from the survival brain to the thriving brain, there are 4 steps. 1, gain awareness of the fact that your survival mind has hijacked control. Your job is to uncover what your survival mind is seeing as a threat. We do this with an exercise called the conflict process that highlights the unconscious agenda of your survival brain. 2, we neutralize this survival agenda that has been believing that there is a threat out there. The way we do this is through a process called emotional or mental acceptance. 3, now that the survival mind has taken a back seat, we bring your attention back to the thriving mind, the prefrontal cortex, the seat of your creative power. By consciously focusing your attention here, we induce a state of being that is conducive to building a business as opposed to being a victim to resistance. 4, now that the thriving mind is back on the throne, the positive focus will now bring up decisions and actions that support the growth of your business, which you'll be able to follow through on to create a breakthrough in your organization. Negative vision versus positive vision. You see, the survival brain builds to get away from a bad, scary situation, in our heads anyway. But the thriving brain creates out of a positive vision, and there's a stark difference. The system you build from determines the success that your organization has. There is a moment when your business stops feeling like you're pushing it and it starts to feel like there is something pulling you in the right direction. That shift doesn't come from motivation, it comes from switching mental systems. In the next video, I'll show you how to switch mental systems in real time. If you are wanting to create a breakthrough in your business and the message of the mental systems has resonated, let's have a conversation to see how I can support you to go from oscillation stagnation to a breakthrough in your company. This opportunity is largely for existing business owners, and the link for you to book this conversation is in the description. In the next video, I'll show you the next step to switching mental systems. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe and share. I look forward to seeing you next video. My name is Singasan, over and out.